Greg here at 720 Guitars, and this is part 3 of 3, where we finish up this Ibanez Suhr project and give it a demo. Here's the latest CAD model, including all the changes we discussed in the last video. Up to this point, we've routed out the body, installed the pickups, installed the electronics, and all that's left is making the final pickguard, installing some shielding, and then putting it all together. And so I'm just using a jigsaw. It's not the ideal tool for this job, but I use a jigsaw. I put it upside down in my workmate, kind of my makeshift scroll saw. Again, it's not ideal. You gotta be very careful from a safety point of view, but it works pretty well. Next, I used a file, go around all the edges. And then finally a little sandpaper to smooth the edges out. Next thing was to drill out the mounting holes. After locating 2 of the holes from the guitar, I used the original pickguard to get the rest of the holes to make sure they'd line up perfectly. I put a small countersink on each hole. Next, I'm going to use some conductive copper shielding tape. The cavities already do have the conductive paint, but the copper really does provide quite a bit more shielding. How much more noise reduction, I don't know, but certainly more shielding, at least in theory. And now it's time for final assembly. Adding the knobs. I was going to use Strat style knobs, but I kind of like the looks of these ones better on this guitar. And I put the strings on, and here's how it looks. So now I'm ready to demo this guitar. You can see what it sounds like. I want you to hear it in context. So I've done kind of a full production on it so you could see what you can get out of it in a studio situation. I think it's actually a pretty good way to evaluate a guitar. I mean, I've owned guitars before where they sound amazing when you're sitting in front of an amplifier, but every time you go to make a recording with it, it doesn't give you the sound you're looking for, and those guitars just end up staying on the rack. And so I think it makes sense to demo it in full context like this. The guitar's going straight into a Vox AC15, recorded with a single SM57 mic, close-up. In this case, there's quite a bit of processing added afterwards. Of course, some EQ, and compression, delay, and some reverb. You're going to hear 2 different tracks of this guitar. In this piece, the rhythm track is done with both pickups engaged, and the lead is the neck pickup only. And I'll leave a link to the full song, if you're interested, in the description below. So see what you think. So that's it for this one. Please keep an eye on my channel for more projects and studies related to building electric guitars and recording techniques.